Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is where you are, and welcome to another episode on the Annoyed Dad channel. Today, we got a problem with the ride-on lawnmower, and it's a big problem. It's the end of March, start of April, and we need to start using this a lot more. I've already used it a few times already this year, but obviously the grass is growing, so we need it to be working. Now, the first problem, I'm not going to cover in this video, but the bout has snapped. The drive bout that turns the blades has actually snapped off. That happened the other day, but it was quite old. It looks like it might have been, I don't know if it was original to the mower, but it's got various imperfections throughout it. Like you can see there, it's there, and then there it's got a huge great chunk missing out of it. So it hasn't been performing as well as you would expect, but that's all right, because that gives me a good excuse to clean it off. You can see how dirty and mucky it is down there. Now, the other thing is this mower, well, all mowers have got various safety features in them. So if it's running and you sat down on it and then you stand up, it will stop. The engine will stop, it will turn itself off. That's just in case you ever fall off of it or anything else like that. And you can't start it unless you've got the brake in. You can see the brake is in. And we've actually pulled up the little lever which does the hand brake, the park brake. So that's pulled up. And you can't start it if you've got the blades switched on. That would be blade switched on positions there. You can't start it like that. It has to be blade back for it to be able to start. So it's got all of these different features to it. So at the minute we should be able to start it because we got the parking brake on. Even though we're not sat in it, you don't have to be sat in it to start it as long as you've got the parking brake on. So if we turn the key, you'll see that nothing happens, not a thing. So that is a problem with something called the starter solenoid. Should we go and explain what a starter solenoid is and where it is? Well, for starters, in this one it's just down in there. So let's get this off and then we'll explain. Right, starting a vehicle uses a lot of power, and that's where the most amount normally is used, is when you start it. That's what puts the heaviest load onto your batteries. Now the batteries in this is just down here underneath the seat, and you can see the little sensor switch that lets it run and then stop. So you've got the live from here, and the live from here, it goes underneath and it goes along and round and through, and then it comes out just here, and it goes into this little black device just here, which is called a starter solenoid. So what happens is there's two bits in there, and they normally don't touch, they don't make a circuit, but when you turn the key to start the vehicle, they close like that, and then when you stop turning the key, they open, and then you turn the key again. Understand? Right, simple electronics with Annoyed Dad. So yeah, so that comes in, and then coming out of it, you've got another one, and that one goes off to the starter motor. We'll look at that in a second. And these are the various cables and things that control other bits and pieces. So you've got the one which comes in from your keys to just down there, and that's the one that makes it engage or disengage. And you can see you've got your two cables, you're in and you're out. So when you turn the key and it starts, it comes down here to the starter motor. This is that cable, see it there, that red one? That's it. And all the way down, and this is your starter motor. I would lift this up, but I've just parked it in the worst possible position. So that's your starter motor there. So just at the minute we can't get it to go because the solenoid is broke. That's where the issue is. So what we've been doing to get it going is we've been using this old jump lead, and it needs to be an old one because you can see where it's actually burnt through it because it's overheated it. Put one end onto the positive end of the battery, and then you have to press and hold it onto there, and sparks go everywhere, but it goes and then she starts up because that obviously isn't getting the power because of the solenoid. So today we're going to be changing the solenoid. I expect your brain's now totally blown, isn't it, after me saying all of that? You're like, what the heck? I bet there's somebody who's going to put in the comments, oh, actually, you're totally wrong. But hey-ho, diddly do. So this here, in my hand, is the new one. So I ordered this off of eBay. It was about £8 or something ridiculous like that. Nothing too much. So, yeah, get the old one out, get the new one in, and then fingers crossed, she'll just start, and then I've got to spend another £30 or so on a new bout for the cutters, but it'll give me a good excuse, as I said, to clean it off before I do it. So there we go, just a few spanners and blooming awkward to get in there. I'm having to lean over the back. Oh, one thing I didn't point out, always remove the battery when you're working on stuff like this. Always. Yes, but yeah, there's the old one out. And there's the new one that's going in. So they're pretty much the same. Right, now to get this one in. Hopefully, getting it in is going to be quicker than it was getting it out. Alrighty, there we go. That is it. In, done, ding dang, doogle doogle doo. So I've done that all as one piece because I am hoping that it's just going to work. Now I have to push it in just a little bit further because ever since I've done something with the carburettor in here, for some reason this piece of wire here that comes down, it sits down too low for startup, so you need to push it just a little bit more. I don't know why that happened, but anyway, this is either going to work and I'll be happy, or it's not going to work and I'm going to look like a total twonk. So let's see. Place your bets now. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Well, it works. This ain't firing up. Well, there we go. Fantastic. I've got her back so she's working again on the key. Absolutely brilliant. I know one little person that's going to please very much because he likes driving this. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. We've done that in what, less than a quarter of an hour. Got that changed, got it back, got it going again. Excellent. Now all we've got to do, now we've done that one, we've got to do that one there next, because that needs a new one as well. That one is just there. So we've got one of these to do, because this again doesn't work. But on this one, where I've been playing around with it and I've been having a little bit of of a dig and that. It's a bit slow to turn over as well, so it might need a new starter motor. Actually, on this one you can see it quite well, because there's the battery terminal, and if you follow this cable all the way along, you can see it comes into one end of the solenoid, so that'll be the live, and then you've got another wire which comes off of that terminal as well, and that goes up to the key, so that'll be the power into the key. And then you'll have your return one here, which opens and closes it, and then you'll have one at the back there, which is, I don't know if you can see it very well, but this one here, and that one goes off. See it just over the back there? It isn't on the starter at the minute because I took it off, but that thing it's hitting on, that's the starter. So yeah, so we got this one here to play with in a little bit, but as you can see, it's being used as a hanger for hose pipes. And we've still got the restoration on this old girl going as well. We need to do something with this actually, because it isn't charging up the battery. These don't have alternators like you would get in a car. A car would have an alternator. These don't have an alternator. These have what's called a dynamo. So it's a little bit like if you remember back in the olden days where you would have a dynamo light on your bike. So as you pedalled along, it had the light on, and then as soon as you stopped, the light went out. That's pretty much what this is. For some reason this one here isn't working. If you know anything about them, and if I say I have tried to re-polarize it and that hasn't worked, so it may be that I have to strip that one down, or you can buy them new for about 40 quid or so. I just have to work out what's going to be more efficient for me. But anyway, the lawnmower's back going, just need to get a new bout for it, and then we'll be able to cut the grass, because we've got so much stuff happening this year. So I will say now, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, please do like, comment, subscribe, do all those things that YouTubers ask you to do. Subscribe, because we've got so much happening this year. There is things happening every single day, and yeah, we are going to be kicking out some content. And until the next video, I will say bye bye.